Unholy madness. We are completely exhausted. Well, I am anyway. Look, now it's cutting off your head. Damn it. Okay. So, we just finished an exhausting 8 hour minus like maybe an hour lunch break, but
Right.
8 hour class. And so
243 Malay.
my brain hurts from
Wait,
thinking.
was you teaching a class?
Wasn't teaching the class, but I was listening. I think teaching the class is easier than listening because
What?
your mind, like she said, like it's just, you know, this stuff, you know, you're just teaching. We're listening to 7 hours of blah, 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 blah. Like seriously. Sometimes
Sorry,
I'm
sorry, bro.
writing notes and trying to make sure you get the notes good, you know, and then it's like you're looking like, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? But it's like, wait, I gotta write the notes because otherwise I'm gonna forget, you know. So it's like that battle. I get exactly what she's going through,
Right.
but you know, and you can't. If you ask me what you talked about the first hour of the class, I wouldn't be able to tell you already
Right.
because it's all a blur. So, you know, the fact that I take
But I tell you what,
notes
1
on
o'clock
my
in the
phone.
morning, you're gonna wake up and go, okay, yeah, that thing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after you process everything,
Yeah.
you know, then yeah, but the notes are really important,
Right.
I think, for the processing after. Because I can do that at home. Like, I'm looking at something like a case first timer, just reading, trying to learn. And I'll go over stuff and I'll take notes. And then I look at my notes and I'm like, I don't even understand my notes. What does my notes, you know, mean? And then I have to go over it again. And then I'll rest like a day. And then the next day when my mind is fresh, I'll look over it again. I'm like, okay, this is why I wrote those notes because this is why it makes sense, you know,
Okay.
and stuff.
So let me ask you, what in doing what we do, what is my ultimate goal?
To empower people,
Okay, to empower people, right?
give
The-
them a
the
chance to
teaching
fight for them and
method.
fight for themselves.
Is it a teaching method or is it an educational
It's
method?
an educational method.
And do you know the difference between a teaching and educational method?
Yes, educating is inducing what you already have.
And what about teaching?
Teaching is just teaching what you want them to learn, like, you know.
Right. So the analogy I like to use is a teacher will erase stuff off the board and write on top there what they want you to put in your brain.
Right.
Educating someone is just trying to, all you're doing is making it safe for them or educe from them what they already have. And if you're able to get people to that place, that's how empowerment is built. It's built because when we was born, we were all born with all the skills we ever gonna need to survive this world. We was already born. We came into this world equipped for whatever we're gonna need for our life. Whatever the twists and turns our life take, we are equipped for deal with that. I truly believe in that. And so there's no need for me to try to wipe something out somebody's brain and put into their brain something that they already have, because everybody have what they need in their own way, right? And so the way I educate is simply to empower them to bring forth that which you know. You fighting for your land. You fighting to preserve your family's legacy on that land. So as long as you know the subject matter, you know, as long as you know who lied about what and when and where and where the evidence may be and whatnot, well, there's no stopping you. You know what I mean? Because you gonna know better than the other guys because you have that. And the other thing is, it's about prayer. Whoever you decide you want to pray to, how you want to pray or whatever, like for Kanaka, we call in on our kupuna. We call on our kupuna to be able to guide us and walk us through this
It's
battle.
like Japanese.
Same
My mom
thing.
calls
Yeah.
on her father every time.
Right.
She
Right.
always says she
I
asks
respect that.
Chan, you know,
Yes.
to please protect so and so,
Right.
you know, stuff like that.
See, so traditional Japanese style is just like Hawaiians. We call on our kupuna.
They have a lot in common.
Yeah. Yeah. You
But
know?
you know, sometimes what you're trying to induce from people,
Mhm.
their inducements. Don't make that a word. Their inducements have crazy glue stuck inside, so to take it out, it's a little
Gotta
bit
shake them up a
hard.
little bit. And if you notice, I do that. Right?
Yeah.
I shake them up. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and let you pretend that you don't know. You know the answer. I'm not here to pretend that you don't know this. You know the answer. So tell me. You know, and
But
you
I
know,
knew the answer to a lot of things you were asking her, and I knew it like that.
yeah.
And then when you said it, I was like, I was right.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a lot better watching a chess game from the side.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
can see the
because I'm
mistakes
not
on
under
both
the
sides.
pressure she is, you know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
so I know when I tend to think that I work well under pressure, but that's a different kind of pressure, you know. And
Right.
I think that kind of, it's the same thing as like when you ask me if you got to take the cut off like 2 seconds before, you know. I can't answer when you're asking me yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, you know. So when you're asking them questions and you're like yes or no, like I would be like her too, like I don't know, shut up and let me think, you know. Like
But
I
you
can't.
know, I'm preparing them
I
for the
know.
reality
No, I know.
of the hearing.
I
You
know.
know, and in the reality is they ain't trying to be friendly to you. They're not trying to. They want you to screw up.
I know.
They want you to act indecisive. You know, that way they can no move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like my mother. Oh, you don't want it? Okay, next. You know what I mean? Throw it away. Well, I wanted to eat the piece of chicken. That's not what you said. You said, my mother asked a simple question. Timon, you want to finish this chicken? And if I would say, you don't want it. You know, that's exactly what's going to happen. So don't be indecisive. It doesn't help you. It only hurts you when you're indecisive
Important.
in court. But you know, it's like that in life.
Yeah, but
That's the difference between assertive people and passive
I get that.
passive aggressive people.
I get that, but
You know?
I think also there's a time and
Aggressive
place
people.
for assertiveness. You know, you don't have to be assertive in every single thing you do. You know what I mean?
I think so.
I don't think so,
I think so.
then you don't it, like with us when you ask me, do you want this? Sometimes I have to think about it. Like, do I want that or do I want to ask you to get me something else from there? But if I don't have a chance, like 2 seconds at least to think about it,
Right.
you know, then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I just get it my damn self when I
Okay, so
figure it
yeah,
out, right? That's
Yeah,
what
if
I
it-
mean.
If it's not gonna affect your parole date, I can see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you
When
know,
I say if it's not gonna affect your parole date, you know that if it's not serious enough to cut your line on
Yeah.
your road, then yeah, you go to go.
yeah,
and-
you know,
And I think that's the downside of the way I approach things.
because that comes to patience,
Yeah.
right?
And I have,
And sometimes I have too
I'm not
much
that guy.
patience,
yeah,
you know, but
I'm not that guy. But I try to be, but it's hard. It's only
And I
because
try to be
you have
more-
to fight so hard to get where I'm at. You know what I
I
mean?
try to be more assertive, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Because I like to please everybody and give everybody.
That's
what
why
they
you're
need,
yin and yang.
you know, and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So
Don't fall asleep
I
on
want
me.
to talk about something. Oh my god. First of all, my butt hurts. My butt hurts. So when
One
I
had
get
to stand
home,
up a couple times, yeah?
I had to stand up several times. My back was spasming, and my butt was. Everything is sweaty. Might be
I got it.
TMI, but I don't
I
care
got it.
because we are real and raw. So I'm telling you all
I'll
right
take
now,
care of that. Don't worry
my
about
butt is sweaty.
it. Yeah, I'll bite it.
No, no. But you know, everything was spasming, and I can't. My muscles were all cramping up, and I was a mess. But okay, so we're about to go in a tunnel too, so the video might get a little dark.
Ooh. Ooh. I wonder if the light come on good. Think the light
Oh,
might
we
be
should
good?
try that. I don't know. Let's see.
Never tried that.
Let's see if it works.
We're going up the H3, guys.
We're gonna be
From-
in a tunnel.
Kaneohe to Townbound.
And let me see if I can get it. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
One.
was I?
One.
That's 3
There we
seconds.
go.
That's better actually.
Yeah.
It is a little
Not
better.
bad.
Okay, so
Yeah, you can see me, but I need smile.
say we went. Okay, so we're going on a date, right? We have
Okay.
the whole day. We leave 6 o'clock in the morning, and we come back at 9 o'clock.
You know,
at
we
night.
really gotta do that.
I know.
It's been a long time
I
since we
know.
did that. We gotta go to one little gardens.
Yeah. So just picture that we have the whole day from 6 a.m. to
Okay.
9 p.m. We're going around the island.
Okay.
What would be your ultimate day, free day for just me and you? Start off at 6 a.m. We leave the house. Where's our first stop?
Oh man. Kayana Point or Pond.
That would be your first stop.
Yeah, Caitlin's.
So you would go from Waianae to over there.
So we have everything. You mean we already have everything ready? Yeah, we have,
Well, I mean, we
we
can.
have lunch and
We can.
drinks.
It's up. I mean, this is your fantasy.
Right.
This is your fantasy day. We
Well-
can turn it off now. Yeah.
Yeah, if we got all that, we got
So now I'm talking like if we, we're not worried about money. We're not talking about our
we
current
got a swimming
situation.
pool. I mean, swimsuits and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go over there just for
Okay.
catch the early.
Okay. So we're going from Waianae to Mokuleia side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we can come back and Socorro Island all the way around
Okay.
to East End and come back around.
Okay. Then so we go over there, 6 o'clock in the morning. We get there about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Yeah.
With me driving, yes.
And then how long would we be swimming and stuff?
Yeah, we spend maybe about 1 hour, 2 hours.
Okay. And then so 9 o'clock. Would you say 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
9 o'clock we leave there.
right.
Then where do we go?
Then we just take a sightseeing tour all the way from Diana Point, all the way back down the East End, Makapu, come around Hawaii Kai, stopping along the way, you know, if you want to see something.
We'd have lunch somewhere.
We go, yeah, lunch. Stop at McNutt Farms, we'll get some free coffee,
And get some snacks.
get some snacks, you know, and stuff like that, and just enjoy the whole day. What you think about it?
And then all the way. No, I want to hear your fantasy date.
Right? And
Then,
come
so-
back around and, you know, maybe go drive, take the Diamond Head cut off so we can go drive to Kohala, come up Diamond Head, and drive to Waikiki. You know, just go sightseeing to Waikiki. See all the freaky people.
And people watch the freaky people.
Yeah. You know, watch that and go to Ala Moana. How we usually do. Punani Patrol. And then come back to Dillingham. Not Dillingham, but Ala Moana Boulevard to Nimitz.
Mhm.
Come all the way back home.
So where are we having dinner?
We go stop at Hokkaibe. Hope we get on corner pocket parking over there. So So from the, and maybe we gotta bring our hibachi, a small hibachi, so we can cook dinner over there and do that thing.
Do that thing.
Yeah, and then right there up the road, no? It's been a long time since we done that.
Yeah, I know. Just not think about anything and just go and stop wherever. I think I'm gonna lose my voice. I really do. You'll be happy.
Huh?
You'll be happy when I lose my voice.
No, you sound
Yeah.
sexy with a voice.
But if I lose my voice, I can't talk shit or I can't, argue with you or anything.
Ooh,
Just be silent.
nah,
I'll
I'd
be
be
a
bored.
silent beach.
I would be bored.
I can do sign language. Okay, so you want to hear my fantasy day?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we leave at 6 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and we go from 6 o'clock in the morning, we go to Pukai Bay.
Okay.
We have breakfast on the back of the truck, right?
Okay.
And so breakfast I would make at home. And so
Right.
we'd have breakfast there. Then like maybe 7 o'clock or so, we go swimming at Pukai Bay. And then I would see my turtle,
Ooh,
right?
early morning, get
Yeah.
the turtle. Yeah.
And then
A hunu.
till about like maybe 8 o'clock or so. And then we, shower, change clothes, whatever. Then we get in a car.
Well, then, now I'm hungry.
I know, me too. We get in a car.
Pokeballs.
We drive to, we don't have Pokeball money. We drive to Moana Lua Gardens.
We have more Pokeballs.
Listen to my fantasy.
Yeah, go ahead.
We go to Moana Lua Gardens
Okay.
and we hang out there. And we have a little snack. We're going to have grapes and cheese. Because remember we had
Oh, I
that
like
and
grapes and
crackers?
cheese,
Remember
yes.
we had that over there?
Yes.
So we're going to do that.
I love grapes and cheese. It's a great combination.
Yeah. So we're going to have our little snack over there.
Sharp cheddar. Yeah.
Yes, sharp cheddar cubes or those little squares. And then, so that'll be like maybe 10 o'clock-ish, right? So from Moana Lua Gardens, we'd go on to back to the H3,
Yeah.
take the H3, and then we will go to Valley of the Temples.
Ooh.
And then we'd be able to gong the
Great gong the
bell
bell. Yeah.
and
I'm gonna
feed
gong
the
you.
birds, feed the birds and stuff. And then from Valley of the Temples, we would be going.
Oh, this lady, no more traffic.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So which way from Valley of the Temples to go to Kahuku would be that way
Go to
again?
where?
Kahuku side.
Kahuku.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'd be that way, not going towards
Right.
Waimanalo. So we go that way.
West. From westbound.
We would go stop at your mom's.
Northwest. Yeah. Okay.
We go see your mom, and then we
Oh, so what about Papa Ole's?
So then after we see your mom, we continue and we go to Papa Ole's.
Oh, we're not gonna get out there for mom.
Well, we're going the other way. I mean, we can, but I don't know how much she eats and stuff.
Yeah.
So go
Just
visit
go-
her.
can we
Either
call
way,
her?
one of those.
Eric called her and just ask her because we can go right. It's not that far past
He's
the
in my
house.
fantasy. Yes, we can do that. We can figure out one or the other anyway.
Right.
And then from
You know she
there,
loves the teriyaki.
yes, I know. So do I. So she gets the mini and I get the regular. So from there, so even if we give mom hers, we don't usually eat there, right? So from there, we'll just drive and we'll find a spot to
Let's
go
eat.
eat our lunch, right? Big
Right.
lunch probably. But we had snacks, so we're not so hungry, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, then we can still go to Macdon Farms after that,
Yeah.
or we passed
Well, we already passed it
it? We did.
because we're going westbound. We're past that. Because McNaught Farms is Hakipu,
Oh, okay.
Coolor Ranch area.
Yeah, okay. So just leisurely drive.
So you want to stop at in order to get to Haula, we gotta pass McLeod Farms anyway.
Okay, so we
Or
stop.
go Shishi break
Yes.
at McLeod Farms.
Always have to go Shishi. Okay, so we'll go MacDuff Farms first.
Shishi Defense.
And
Yeah.
then we go Papa Ole's and then give your mom her stuff. And then continue on and we would just kind of enjoy the view. Then we would end up coming down to Mililani and then or
Mililani.
Kapolei. Mililani or Kapolei, whichever one.
Right.
And we'll go watch a movie.
Movie
I watch a movie.
at a
And-
theater?
Yes.
Oh.
Watch a movie at a theater. So either Mililani Theater or Kapolei, whichever one you want.
Oh, hell, Sapole.
So-
Gingo wa Kamakanali.
So if we go there,
Olino. Oh, the thing, yeah. Yeah.
so
Olino.
if we go there,
Yeah.
and we can either have dinner while we're watching the movie because they have all this food over there,
Right.
or after the movie we can go to Cheesecake Factory
Yeah.
and we can have dinner.
Long time we never do that.
Yes, and then before we go home, we're gonna go to our spot at Kiavamula.
Hmm.
And we're gonna sit there and watch the stars.
Ooh.
Then we're gonna come home
Oh,
and
that's
ride
sexy. Okay. Let's do your date version first.
do mine first.
Yes.
You have to help me remember it, or we're gonna have to like listen to the video.
Let's do your date first.
Okay.
I like that one.
We have to find a day to do it.
Yeah.
And we have to have a little bit money for my date because
Yeah.
I'm stopping at Papa Ole's.
Anybody want to find a hot, sexy date?
Our fantasy date.
Yeah, just contact Aiko and just hook it up.
And we can show you where we're going. We can put the video camera on and we can show you where we are.
All right.
Yeah, you fund our date. There you go. It's probably only gonna be like, I don't know, $100,
Yeah.
$200 tops. Like,
$200, $250.
oh,
budget.
for gas too.
Yeah, they gotta cover
Yeah.
the gas.
So
200. We need a $250 budget.
there you go. Then we're gonna go on a fantasy date. Oh, we've gotta find a day that
Whoa,
we
whoa!
can-
See that? Speeding
have
up
to
like that.
find-
That's how fast things can happen in an accident. We have to find a day.
Then we actually have the whole day free to do that.
The good news is that we run our own business, right? You know, just that our days are dictated by the needs of people that we service.
And the needs of our bill money.
The needs, yeah. We need money, so we gotta go sell food.
Yeah.
So the $250 takes about 2 days on a good day. 2 days on a good day
Yeah.
to actually get that money.
Well, sometimes we've done that in one day.
Yeah. It depends
Yeah.
on how much our customers love us that day.
Well, and you know the thing is where we sell food is like one accident on the freeway can hold the truckers up for 5 hours.
Right.
So then there's no traffic coming into, and the truckers are forced to stop.
And we
for
have the
lunch
best
somewhere
food
else.
that day. Everything's out. Cookies are
Yeah.
there.
And then
Musubis are there.
everything stops, you know, and
Yeah.
then while we're packing up, everyone's passing by and honking and going, "Oh, we're stuck in traffic. You know, I wanted to buy," and you know, but a lot of times when that happens, people that
Supposed to
we're
eat love.
supposed people that were supposed to less,
Right.
like have no dinner that night
Yep.
or something, you know. So it's really God's hand.
I love that that's what we do too.
Yeah,
That whatever extra is, we blessing people.
yeah,
Nothing goes to waste.
yeah.
And we never save anything for the next day.
Yeah. I don't care what it is. If it was out and we're selling it, even if we keep it hot all day, we don't ever resell the same food. Once we're done, it goes for a blessing.
Yep.
And That's it. It doesn't matter who we're blessing, how much we're blessing. So the good thing is we can always give our family downstairs. They
Yeah.
have so many people, you know. Then if we see houseless, you know, we'll do that. Definitely do that. Or sometimes people post on
Hey,
Facebook.
that sign is working in.
Yeah. See, from all the way down there, it almost looks like a fire. Because it's all orange.
Yeah.
So it always looks like a fire. So, okay, what does it say?
If you drink, don't drive.
Now they have a different name. I guess that somebody died from drinking and driving. Or, you know, somebody drinking and driving. They have a different name now than they did last time. But, yeah, so I want to go on that fantasy date. It's been
I
a
like
long
on a date
time.
with you.
What?
Can I go? I'll go and talk to your dad and see if I can take care of the date.
There's one problem.
Oh, your mom.
There's
What?
one problem.
What?
I'm married.
Oh, yeah? Fuck that guy.
You can't say that.
I'm gonna snatch you from him.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch you
You
from
can't
him.
do that.
I'm gonna snatch you from him.
You can try,
Yeah.
but
Who you married to?
you're gonna get gone.
Tell me his name. Where you
I'm
from?
married to the most wonderful man in the world.
I bet you tell that to all the guys.
No. Unlike somebody who calls everybody goddess.
They all goddesses.
Guess who I'm married to?
Hey, I know that. I got one of those. Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was.
Wow.
That was.
we bought already. Well, stop. Yeah, I love you.
I love you too. You know this guy has every excuse why I can't touch him. Like touch him. You know?
Yeah, I stay on the road.
See, now it's on the road, right? But when we're at home and we're in bed,
Because I'm trying to
he's
sleep.
like, "Stop! I'm trying to sleep." Right? Then he's in the kitchen
Tired.
and he's
Oh,
washing
you
dishes.
touch me now, holding something
or he
hot
brushed
or
his teeth
hot
or
water.
something. And I go and I touch his back like this. He's like, "Stop! I'm trying to do this." And so this morning I told him, "You have an excuse everywhere for me not touching you."
And I really like it though.
See? He really likes it, but it's, "Don't touch me." So now I just
I'm
tell
like the
him,
cat, bro. I'm
yeah,
like the
you
cat.
know that she's like that. Like she'll come cuddle with you,
Yeah, she is.
but she don't want you to touch her sometimes.
Yeah.
She's like, "Just let me lay here, okay? Just
Yeah.
let me lay here and look at you."
For a longest time, she
I
don't
know,
want
I
to sleep
saw
on my
that.
belly.
And she was like sleeping by my butt this morning. And I was like, I tried to pet her and she was like, not viciously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she was telling me, I could tell. She was like, "Don't touch me." And I was like, wow, you know. But then at night she'll sleep above my head. And she's so cute because she'll turn her head like this and she'll just like lean up on my head and I
You know
can
that we
hear
can
her
afford.
purring.
We can afford. Okay,
We can. Why can we afford? I showed you how much we had left. It has to last until next month.
right. Next one is like a couple weeks away.
Today's only the 11th.
Well, no more orange juice.
Yeah, so orange juice is something that we can buy for the house.
So what we gonna eat then?
I don't know, is your maid working?
Cause I figure, I'm trying to make it
How you
easier.
figure?
Figure like a nigga.
You're stupid.
I can say that. Fuck them motherfuckers, bro. Hey, check this out. I ain't afraid of the word nigga. You know, at one time when I was growing up, man, there used to be a button that people would push to get me to react, and I would always get in trouble because why you fighting? Because they call me nigga. Why you fighting? Because they call you nigga. You know, I had an attitude. But true story. I went to the boys' home. Ended up in Thunderdome over there, where it was Gladiator School, and I came out 220, buff, with a set of hands. Got home in Camp Fort Housing, And one of the boys that would always call me nigga, he happened to see me when I was dumping rubbish from my mother's house.
Yeah, cop.
And what did I do? I whooped his ass, boy. I had him on the ground, I was pounding him out. And I said, that's right, motherfucker, this is nigga, and fucking smash your ass. Fuck you.
Hey, that was Sam,
Yeah.
the car, the
Who?
red car, the popo.
Oh yeah? You know? Yeah. Yeah, this is nigga that would beat your ass.
But
And
see,
guess what?
you can get away
They
with that.
never fucking bothered me after that. But in fact, when I went to prison, that was my homies, bro. They fucking back my plate.
But you can get away with that because you're half black. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if I was to say it,
Right?
people would be like, "Oh my God, you're racist." You know what I mean? Even though I'm not, but I
Nigga,
mean,
please.
I wouldn't.
You know, and you know, that's
say
the whole
that.
thing that if I even met up with not white supremacists, but white supremacists. The white supremacists and the white nationalists, two different people. The nationalists, they're the kind that's the Nazi guys, right? But the white supremacist guys, that's the kind, the AB, the Aryan Brotherhood. But they just like fucking be left alone in the mountains and to live their own life with their own people. They have a right to, if they like only be with their people, that's it. Just like the people in Akai, the gated community in Macau. Fuck, I always trip, they come to the neighborhood board meeting. Why you come to the neighborhood board meeting? You're not, you saying that by living in your gated community, you don't want to live amongst those people. Because you guys special. Well, go
But I
keep your
know
fucking
some-
special thing over there in your community. No
I
come
know
over
some
here.
people, some really humble people that live there.
Yeah,
Hawaiians do.
they may be, and they may be humble, but they've chosen to have their own little turf,
Yeah.
right? Their own little world over there. So go regulate in your own little fucking turf, because we don't can come in your community and fucking say anything,
Yeah,
because you guys say you don't live here, you have no say. Okay, then you don't live amongst us, you have no say.
I think some of those people though moved in there. The one that I know anyway, she moved in there because she's elderly, and the gated community just kind of makes her feel safer.
Security,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, and that's fine.
But, you know,
But
but
still,
I get
yeah,
the whole,
The
you know,
consequences
yeah,
of your action.
yeah.
You don't get to fucking eat your cake,
She wouldn't be somebody that showed up at the neighborhood board and complained anyway.
right?
I think she's just, you know, she's cool.
You don't get to have your
But-
cake and eat it,
Yeah, like, you know, going back to the saying the word, you
right?
know, it's like
What word? Say it, say it.
I don't want to say. I don't want to offend
Don't be
anyone.
scared.
But you know, like
I say you can say
like
it.
we say
Fuck these fuckers.
we say. I mean, to me, like even okay, howlies, right?
Right.
I can say the howly
Fuck,
guy.
I say howly all the
You
time.
can say the howly guy, but
Yeah.
honestly, when I say it, because I'm half white, it doesn't sound. People don't take it as like, wow, why you gotta say it like that, right?
Right.
But when you say the howly guy,
Yeah.
people automatically say, oh, they're freaking Hawaiian. Gotta call people howly. You know what I mean?
But here's the difference. In Hawaii, we're all fucking mixed breed and we're all fucking related. Now, if I tell you fucking howly,
Yeah.
fucking
That's what
dumbass howly.
That's what I was
Now,
gonna say.
now we're talking derogatory.
Yeah.
But howly, fucker, we never had no concept of fucking about racial shit.
Because
We
I'm,
just know
I'm
how
half a
old
howly.
it's how old it devoid of the heart. You know what I mean? You look like a ghost,
Yeah.
right? They came off the ship, fucking skin all pale, everything, because they've been in a ship all this time.
That's what I was gonna say though. It just depends because
Yeah.
I'll say howly, and then if
You
you're
always
acting
make a fucking
stupid
issue.
and you're white
You know,
and
Hey,
I describe you, I'll be like that fucking howly.
we get bigger fish to fry than fucking worried about somebody calling me a
Very
fucking name. I really getting tired of that.
And you
I
know
really
what,
getting
though?
tired of people always crying about, oh, this guy racial. Okay, so what? He fucking racial.
If
You talk
stupid,
about
you're
Trump,
stupid, right?
yeah.
Any race.
Yeah. You talk about Trump being racial. Okay? But check this out. He racist? Then how come he in part in the guy? In part in what that guy, the rapper?
Yeah, I know.
How come he in part in the guy? If he racist? Right?
I don't know. people will have a theory for everything.
Yeah, so.
But
Oh, look, it choked
you
people
know,
over here.
wow. Is it because it's summer?
Kalani on all the beach park, full with people.
I wonder if it's summer or they have something.
Right on.
But yeah, there's stupid people. But so I think like
There's
especially
stupid
on the
people
west
in every
side,
culture.
I think on the west side
Haters in every culture.
there's a like it's that whole Howley versus fucking Howley, right? Because the west side people, I see a lot of them. They're not anti-Howley,
Right.
but I've seen. I mean, the whitest people, and I'm talking, white, come in, but their heart is so humble that they're Hawaiian at heart, right? And so the Hawaiians accept them and go, and don't even blink and go. And the white people are the ones going, well, I'm just a white guy, or a white girl. And the Hawaiians come in to say, no, you're not, you're Hawaiian at heart. You're one of us, right? And I think that's so cool. But there is a difference also of knowing
Yeah,
your
you
place,
come over here, you act down, then you get problem.
Right, like people
See, we should
people
have
tell me,
been ordered at patas.
oh yeah.
See what I mean? Bro, you depriving me of happiness.
You want to go get your Pokeball, go get your Pokeball.
Nah, we're not going there.
What are we going to eat?
I just like, see, that's what I mean.
I don't know.
Jamaica music news, so you don't
You
make
gotta think. I
You
know,
let me go?
but can you make it cheap? See? We were 2 seconds from the turn. 2 seconds from the turn. You want me to go? Bruh.
I get turned around.
Bruh. If you really want Poke, then you get
No,
to around. But
see, you can
I'm
say
just
that
trying to
now
think.
after if we can pass the place.
No, but you just said you could turn around.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. See?
But why you never
So
tell
then
me
it's
from the
not
beginning?
because you gave me 2 seconds.
Well, I was telling you
But
from way
before
back there
that,
outside of
I
Hawaii.
was thinking that we could find a less than $30 place to eat dinner.
Wait, Poke only like 20
It's like
pounds.
$15.99 each bowl. Or yeah, depending if you get fresh, then it's $19.99 a bowl.
Wait,
I don't necessarily want the rice either, but
you can just order Poke. You
yeah,
don't need the plate.
yeah.
Later.
What else can we? It's
It's
all the way back
down the
there.
other side.
Not like you wouldn't turn around though.
Like, ooh.
Like, there's so many places to turn around. Oh, look at that!
We're gonna turn around in the housing. Nanakuli housing. No, a lot of people never even know we got housing in Nanakuli.
Yeah, I didn't know until. I mean, not that it matters, but like I didn't know until we somebody
What's
got
up? Somebody go start shooting.
somebody we had food one day and I posted on Facebook
Yeah, yeah.
if anybody
Remember we
needed.
came?
Yeah, and then somebody said, me and my family could really use some food, and so I said, okay, where are you?
What the chickens on the fence?
And they said here, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know that there was a housing. And honestly, I don't see the difference between housing areas and regular places. Like, what's the difference
What's that?
between a housing and
Well, housing is usually concrete kind of cubes where, low income people live. It looks more ghetto. But some people's regular houses look ghetto.
that's why I'm like, I mean, some people are just ghetto. I mean,
well, look,
I don't know. Yeah, a house is a house. I mean,
a house is a house.
a house is a house. I mean, if you want to live bougier, you have a bougier house, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. There's a different feel. That's why I like. I know this. A lot of people grew up in apartments and stuff.
I grew
When
up
they get
partially in
older,
an apartment
They like live in one house
with a yard.
with a yard and all that. And a lot of people who live in the house growing up, they like on an apartment because it's easier to maintain.
So I went from when we moved to Hawaii from when I was 6 months old.
Here we are.
I went from
Second Save is the spot, guys.
a house that had a yard.
Right.
Then I went to a house that had a pool. pool. No, I went from a house that had a pool and a yard to a house that just had a yard. Then I went from there to a townhouse that only had a patio. Then from there I went to an apartment building on the 11th floor, right? Just an apartment. And from the apartment we moved to the house that my mom and them are at now, which is a townhouse again. You know?
Right.
So my mom, like, that's one of her regrets, I think, is they owned a house, but she said we should have bought, when we could have, we should have bought a regular house again instead of a townhouse. You know? Then they would have been living in a regular house. Then she said too, because then we can make additions, and you know, she just wants me to live like close to her, but that's too close. If she can just come, go knock, 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 and walk 5 steps from her house, that's
not
too
gonna
close,
work, right?
because she's just gonna want to feed us all the time, you know. And I'm just gonna be like, Mom, I'm full.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
every
that
5
the-
minutes. What you
It's
doing?
like the Super Trump mobile over there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, what you doing?
What you doing?
Oh, I just want
Oh.
her. Yeah.
Oh.
We're like still cooking, Mom.
Oh. I just oh yeah. I know. I love your mom, bro.
I
Your
know
mom
you
is
do.
the bomb, bro. She's
She's
cool
aight.
people. All right. We are
We're
here
gonna get our poke. I
to
think
get our
I'm gonna-
poke bowls or poke if you like just regular poke. But we're gonna do that and then we're gonna stuff our face when we get home.
And stuff your face.
Yes.
And you're gonna be fatso status.
Yes.
Oh, and then we can eat ice cream.
Ooh.
See, I
We
look
can-
forward to the ice
See,
cream.
now you know Burger King.
We should have went to Burger King.
We can just get that. It's like a $1.90 or whatever it
Just
is.
that.
Okay?
Okay.
Love, peace, and happiness, y'all. We out of here.
Bye.